Hi everybody, I totally clicked the wrong video there, but welcome to another exciting edition of Tiny Meng Tuesdays. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder. With us tonight is the returning third man, King Ginger. What's going on, King?
Not much.
And
Punching out some chits.
Noise. The Madman of Minneapolis should be joining us shortly. I was running really late tonight, so I apologize. This is a little slapdash this evening, but hi. So, yeah, we ended up running over into the old neighborhood, and we're over there. Hey, Tuck. Hey, Stan. How's it going? Welcome. Sorry, we're running a little late. Mitch Falcon, welcome, my friend. Do not kill all humans. So yes, I was actually playing around with these guys earlier today. Was pretty stoked. Little
nice.
Awesomeness from Eric Arana, our guest next week actually. So it's good times. So Mr. Ryan Clark, how's it going, man? So yeah, no, things are going well. Working on a bajillion and one projects, which is kind of fun. I haven't had them stacked up and backstacked like this in a bit. I was going to do some decals, but I literally got home so late that I don't have my hot water to do my decals at the ready. So I might have to dip once the Madman Matt comes on, or New Money Matt comes on. And Big Money Matt? I can't remember. Big Money Matt?
New Money Matt.
New Money Matt. So, yeah. So, hello, Pale Aragorn. How's it going? Mitch Falcon, thank you very much for throwing that up. What up, Jazzy McGee? I'm doing all right. You know, this is my happy place. So it's always good to come on here and be able to escape the day and talk shop while chopping shop. What up, Super Spike? How's it going? Yeah, so I'm just gonna do my best to maintain some energy this evening, and go from there. So. What are you working on tonight, King?
I think I might paint some little alien dudes because I had. So Dave knows me well enough to know that once I'm like, oh, this is something I'm interested in. I'll do a little research, and then if it's something, then I'll go hog wild.
Yeah.
So I was planning on. I don't know how familiar as anybody is with like skirmish games, tabletop skirmish games. A big fan of Frostgrave because it's miniature agnostic. They say in the rule book, "Hey, we don't give a shit what miniatures you use. Just have fun, do your own thing." The guy who did the Frostgrave game and its myriad of sequels is doing a game called Stargrave, which is Frostgrave in space, and I don't have a good space game. So I was really like, oh man, you know, the rule book's like $30, and you know, it looks great, and I have a smattering of sci-fi miniatures, but maybe I should do a little research about where to get other sci-fi miniatures.
Yeah.
Well, I ran into a game called Core Space.
Okay.
And at first I was just like, oh, I'll mine this game for miniatures like I do a lot of the zombie side games. Where I'm like, I'm not interested in the game, but the miniatures look great and they fit the aesthetic and they'll give me some options.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Also, real quick, hey, Super Spike, Neb, and Merkin. Sorry, they had all said hi in the chat before. So
throw your fours up. It's fives, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not. It's a young man's game. So I picked up I picked up a crew box for Core Space, and I started reading it, and I was like, oh, this game's interesting. Like maybe I should do a little research. So I started watching some Let's Plays, and the more I watched, the more like I kind of want to play this game.
Yeah.
Like no offense to Stargrave, but this game is a tabletop co-op competitive campaign game. I was like, I'm all about that. So I went hog wild on it. And one of the things I went hog wild on since my 3D printer has been down is I grabbed some some 3D printed, resin printed miniatures from a Kickstarter that I actually have the STLs for. But it's a guy out of St. Paul who has a company called EC3D, and he does frequent Kickstarters for fantasy as well as sci-fi. He's done neoprene mats, gaming mats.
Nice.
He does small charity projects as well, where most of the funds go to charity.
Nice. Oh, King, we got a question for you when you're ready too.
Yeah, so I'm going to maybe paint some civilians because one of the cool things about Core Space is it has NPCs on the board who will do things, and I wanted more civilians to be NPCs. So I tracked down some interesting looking alien guys from that crater and got them for reasonable.
On it. He tossed up the link already for you, King.
Yeah, for EC3D minis. Yeah, the guy does great work. And I'm going to take a stab at painting one of these little dudes tonight and maybe put together some of the other stuff that I've got in the mail. We played last weekend. Doug and I played. I'll tell you how good a game it is. I never got into combat. I never shot my gun once. I did persuade 2 civilians to join my crew, both of which, one of which shot me the first time he saw me. Then I persuaded him to join my crew. He joined my crew. I gave him a gun after disarming him. He quit my crew and tried to kill me again later. The young lady, she also decided to take a run for it. And then the big baddies, which are known as the Purge, showed up. And they just want to annihilate all biologicals. So she rejoined my crew and left with us. Doug failed jumping through a window. That character got done in, and then he tried to go back and drag them onto his ship. Another character of his got done in, so he ran for it, and then he used his janky-ass teleporter to teleport them onto the ship as he fled for his life. So it was a good time.
Damn.
It's a very narrative-driven game.
So Panther10 in the chat asks, hey, King Ginger, have you ever played a game called Wreck Age before? It's a Mad Max-style miniatures game. One of my buddies co-developed it when he was over in Hyacinth Games. I've
seen it. I've never played it. They've got really pretty miniatures. I will say that.
Nice.
I've heard good things about it, if that helps.
No, Mitch Falcon, they do not want to kill all humans.
The Purge do.
Oh, fair enough.
They want to turn them into biological fuel for their computer life forms.
As one does, yeah.
Yeah, they're nasty business. They're nasty business, daddy.
Nasty business.
So I have not. I've seen Wreck Age, but I've never played it. And I'm trying to limit myself on how many games I've got going because man, I got a lot of games.
This is true.
Speaking of which, I'm going to get rid of some tabletop games here pretty soon.
Ooh.
To clear room. I've got Last Night on Earth. They're all 3 of them are Flying Frog games. This Last Night on Earth and a couple expansions, and then the I can't remember what the sequel of that was. That was like you played like in Sleepy Hollow-esque. And then the weird like flying saucer game they made. I don't play those games, and I just shouldn't just have them on a shelf if someone's interested in them. And then I have a game that is like Risk, except for it's zombies. Like there's been a zombie outbreak.
Oh, okay.
Worldwide. It was like a Kickstarter game. I really, really like it, but I haven't played it in 4 years. And nobody I game with on a consistent basis is interested in it. So, yeah, I think it's going to go bye-bye.
Right on.
Yeah, I've got
Matt, people are asking what you're working on.
Well, currently, I was heat gunning the hair off of everybody's favorite, the Hood.
Fuck that guy.
focus, of course. Anyway, so yes, to put on a little more neutral
face.
Yeah, is the goal here. So,
Noise.
is that better? A little bit. Focus. Anyway, so yes, now he's bald. I'm gonna try and make the hair swappable.
His face is so angry.
Yeah, it is, and I'm not a fan. But if I can,
He's so angry.
if I can make the hair swappable, then because I have this it was like a Buffy, Angel or Spike or something. I don't know, just some figure I had. I had used this for my previous my own hood custom that I had done before they did theirs. So I'm gonna reuse it here and try and get the hair on it.
Noise.
So I wasn't too picky about the head because I was just like, well, it's going to be under a hood. He's not a particularly distinct.
He's guy with black hair, number 5.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you're going to go with full on Kyle Hotz style, pencil look, which I'm not going to do because that would look really weird.
Panther 10. Please tell me Matt is working on Mr. Shiv.
One of these days I will be, and then
Hi, Stormy. You want to say hi to the stream?
Hi, Stormy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat, Ben, except that I've got a bunch of games that I've never actually played that I need to get rid of.
What do you got sitting in your game pile?
I just bought a bunch of random crap when I was
That door's closed.
like back in the day, savers. Like, oh, here's some superhero board games. Here's some like Atari game based board games. These are cool, and I get a discount. And I'm gonna buy them. And then I just bought them. They looked cool. I never played them, so they've just been sitting. I've been moving them from place to place to place, and finally, it's just like, you know what? I should let these go to somebody who's actually interested in them.
Yeah, that was kind of my deal with the comic books.
Yeah, it's cool that I have. It's cool to have a Pac-Man board game, but I'm never gonna play it.
Yeah, am I gonna do something like so? Doug and I have we've board gamed twice now, since we've both been fully vaccinated.
Nice.
And we played the hell out of Book It, which
I still need to get together and play that with.
Yes, I will let you know the next time we're going to board game that, and by all means, come join for some great. We had a really, really great game going. Actually, it was really close.
Did Doug ever print off the local version of Book It?
No, he's still working on it. He hasn't completed it yet. Actually, your brother and I talked about getting a hold of somebody to do some art for it.
Nice.
I can't think of the gentleman who he's done a bunch of stuff with.
James Hornsby.
Yes, Hornsby.
Yeah,
so he was going to contact Hornsby. Yeah, nice. about doing card art for it. So, and then we were going to send it over to Foam Hammer and say, hey, we did this thing. So we're going to send you the file. So if you wanted to use it, you could. We played though with all 3 expansions, and it was the production cards. Have you played it yet, Matt, at all?
The only time I played it was that one time online with you and Beard.
Production cards make a huge difference.
Oh yes.
They definitely changed the game. I lost because of production cards.
Oh.
Even though I made about 7 times as much money as
in the future board games with the boys. Hopefully soon.
Yeah. That I definitely want to play that. We went over to some friends on Saturday, and they had a new game called Wavelength.
No,
I think it was called Wavelength. Anyway, that was good. It's like a team kind of deal, and there's this wheel that you kind of adjust, and there's a range on there, like a little wedge of points.
Oh, nice.
4 in the middle, and then 3 on either side, 2 on either side, and then so the person who's giving the clue, slides this thing over, sees where the wedge is, and then you pick a card, and it'll say something like more hot, less hot, or not difficult, or something along those lines. And you try and give out a clue that based on the entire wheel,
sorry, I forgot.
Your team will be able to get into get into the range that you're trying to get them to guess. So like one of the clues, I opened up the thing, the wedge that I had with the score was almost right in the dead center of the half, and the card that I picked, that I drew from the stack, was sci-fi fantasy. So I'm like, all right, what can I pick that's like dead in the middle of sci-fi and fantasy that this group is going to understand? Luckily, my friend Ted was there, and we're just like, Shadowrun. And he's like, yep, middle, smack middle.
I was going to tell you, because I know you love Shadowrun, I picked up a Powered by the Apocalypse Shadowrun hack.
Ooh, I do love me some Shadowrun.
And I know you enjoyed Powered by the Apocalypse.
I did. It was nice.
Very, very rules light. Definitely like imagination heavy.
Yeah, which I'm definitely more of a fan of, especially these days. So, and somebody earlier in the chat had said something like, you guys should do a
board game game.
And a bi-weekly tabletop RPG, and it's
what we do.
Well,
it's over on Known World United on Twitch.
If you want to see that, Your King Ginger is definitely involved with that. He ran a Star Wars game that I was a part of. I'll probably be involved in some future ones. Dave has a busy schedule of streaming every night of the week, so he's not often involved in those. But maybe you can rope him into it at some point.
So I've got a Marvel Superheroes one next on the agenda.
Yes.
That I'm going to use an Apocalypse World hack for. I decided last night. So I'm woefully. I've only had Matt say, "Hey, I'm in," and then the Beard say, "Well, if no one else is in, I'm definitely in. I just don't want to take a spot."
What trick is just making sure that I can be there when you guys need me to be there.
It'll be.
You saw all the stuff with that Star Wars game. It was supposed to be like a month and a half or whatever, and I think it took 4. It happens, man.
Yeah, it's a very, and we're only playing 3 episodes. Sessions. Yeah, 3 sessions in a session 0. So last night.
Well, you want to do a 0, or do you want to do like a -1? To really go comic book with it.
Old school wizard half.
Yeah, maybe we'll just call it a half. But we usually don't. We usually don't tape the half. So Cassandra last
release
night,
it with a chromium cover, and you got your print.
Oh God, no!
Holofoil, baby, with a die cut.
No.
Oh yeah. So every page looks like the Badger's face with his nose.
Ever so slightly. Badger. Sorry.
So, Cassandra,
what's your rough concept? I don't want you to give anything away.
No, I won't give anything away. But
I was trying to work on my friend Billy to play, but he was curious.
So the concept is it's pretty much current Marvel continuity, but we won't have a whole lot to do with it. Just with mere fact, you'll be in flyover country, or as I like to call it, flavor country. It's been what in Marvel continuity? It's probably been 5 years since the 50 States Initiative.
Okay,
roughly. So you're in one of these Midwest states, and you are kind of just, what do I do? I'm in a state where I'm doing good, but I'm just kind of not doing anything. And a giant corporation comes to the Midwest and says, we are making it our mission statement to make this important, to make this area important. And it's run by Odysseus Champion, who is the son of Imus Champion.
Nice.
And it consists of a very, very, very interesting board of directors. So
I like this because this reminds me a little bit of the corporate era X Factor, which I thought ended too soon.
And I kind of want it to have also. I'm rewatching Venture Brothers with my wife because we both love it, and I think it's the third time we've rewatched it. And she had mentioned I'm way more into it if it's gonna be kind of Venture Brothers-y. And I was like, I kind of want a little bit of that vibe. I think that'd be super fun. So she said, well, I've got an idea not for an actual character, but for a kind of a backstory, more or less. And she wants to potentially play a villain who was drafted into the 50 States Initiative and basically told, hey, you're in this, we're watching you. And we talked about well, did they Suicide Squad, put a bomb in your neck thing? And she's like, no, that's too much like the Suicide Squad. But they basically said, we're watching you. So now my character is pretty paranoid about being watched by this shady entity and doesn't know which shady entity it is, because the shady entities in the Marvel universe have changed hands so much.
Well, yeah.
Plus,
Shield doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, plus she's like, I don't know all those things. But she was going to be like, one of the things she brought up, she's like, well, what if my character is in a villains support group?
Nice.
And I was like, that's brilliant. That's really, really good. This idea that it's because she had brought up in the Venture Brothers, there's a thing, men henching men.
Yep.
And
I think Nick Spencer might have done something with that in Ant-Man.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Kind of deal. But yeah, no, I love that stuff.
So I was like, that's really good. You should run with that. So she was seriously contemplating it and kind of trying to figure it out. And kind of we went over some well, are you a superpowered child of someone? Are you a mutant? Are you God forbid, an inhuman? Are you you have some equipment?
Did you just have a crappy day at work and some crap fell on you and now you can
what happened?
Yeah.
So she was like, I don't know. She was thinking of kind of brainstorming some different ideas.
My computer decided to restart. I apologize.
That's all right. You're back. It worked out.
It's that thing of all of a sudden I'm like, what happened? Where'd everything go?
And what engine are you planning on this for this game?
So I was thinking about it, and I think I'm going to use Worlds in Peril, which is an Apocalypse World hack. I find that the Apocalypse World hack stuff is really easy to pick up and put down for people, and I wanted to use Marvel Saga because I really do like that rules system. I know a lot of people hate on the Saga rules, but I like it. But the problem is it's not really very conducive unless you're all sitting at a table together.
Okay.
Because
I would never leave. My computer decided to restart. So sorry about that, guys. I'm going to mute myself because I was literally about to start dremeling when
your computer decided to shut off.
Yeah, good times.
When it was like, nope, I'm not doing this with you anymore.
Nope.
We're done. Oh, you dick tuck. I kid.
Wait, you dick tuck?
Oh, no. That's a new insult. I haven't heard that one before.
Tuck 1979.
Oh, burn.
Not before you left. No, that was because I was agreeing with what Ben was saying.
Dave, have you played Marvel Saga before?
Yes, I played one session. It was actually at a con. But I can safely say I have no idea. It was that thing of I had the opportunity just to sit down and play test.
Yeah.
Which was fun, but it was I think they gave us 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's not
yeah, it was so that exactly where it's just it was cool. The system seems neat. I really had not a good chance to get to know it, if that makes sense.
Well, it's got that crazy cards. You don't roll dice. You have used cards, cards. And some people really hate that system. But I find for superhero games, especially, the fact that you can continue to trump your own hand lets you do some crazy stuff,
Yeah, I have. That's the one Marvel RPG I have. Whichever one had the cards, which I think is the Saga one.
Marvel Saga. Yeah. Well, I can't find my cards, so I gave it. This is the funniest part about it. I gave my rules and all my books to James because he had shown interest in it, and then like as soon as I gave it to him, I was like, "Hey, I kind of want to use that because I got this idea," and he was like, "Oh, well, I mean, yeah." And then I was like, "Did I give you cards?" And he was like, "No." It's like maybe I don't have the cards anymore, but I found some PDFs and.
I think can't you just use regular like playing cards?
You can, but having the actual game cards, there's like characters on the cards that then you can use like with different Doom cards, and you can track your damage and everything actually on the card.
I should see if I still have mine. I wouldn't think I would have gotten rid of them, but you never know. If they got mixed in with my overpowers that I just dumped.
It's one of my favorite games. Super easy to run.
So I don't know if either of you guys saw, Robo put up the review of those first 4 Revelation figures today.
I've seen some of the scale comparison pictures, but I haven't actually watched them.
They're enormous.
It got me excited. I'm like He-Man and Skeletor I at least want to get, mainly because the head sculpts are cool, but I think I'm going to swap this one for He-Man.
That's going to be real wee, man.
Yeah, well, the Sentry head was kind of big as it was, you know? And then the other one, I actually have a Filmation Skeletor skeleton head.
Oh, I might have, if you're interested, I think I might have some Skeletor heads.
Dave. Well, I definitely have Skeletor heads that you gave me.
Yeah, I've got a couple different ones.
I'd definitely give it a go. I mean, it's going to be a bit before I get my hands on those figures anyways, but after seeing the reviews, it was just like, oh. The YouTube link is probably to Robo's review, I'm guessing.
But I definitely have, I definitely have Origins Skeletor heads. So
I will say that God mode Skeletor, I do want to be able to just to take parts off of it because it is a very, very tasty looking little. It's not even a little Meng. It's a big Meng.
Oh, Skelegod.
What do you think of it, Matt? Since you've got it in hand.
The thing that concerns me about these is the longevity. And again, they're toys. None of this stuff's going to last forever. Sorry, guys. It's just not. But they used a lot of almost all it's all pinless joints, which means it's all overmolded. Mm-hmm. Which to get into my plastics manufacturing craziness here, essentially means they take they mold the joints separately, and then put it into a mold in a way that'll the other mold it so it'll hold it in place, and then shoot the limb plastic like around it.
Interesting.
So pop his hand off here, like.
Oh yeah.
You look at the arm, you see no pins, so they molded the elbow piece. They put that into the empty mold for the upper and lower arms. Honestly, they might do. I don't know if they do it all as one shot or if they do it as 2. Put that in there, and then they shoot the stuff around it, so it fills in. There's already the hole in the elbow piece. The plastic fills that in, and that's pretty standard. You see that on a lot of figures these days. The thing that concerns me with these is the combination of the size and the fact that, unlike Marvel Legends, which sometimes is useful, sometimes is not, they've got little detents built in. So there's little, grooves or, teeth on the joints. So when the plastic molds around it, it creates like an actual, when you notice on a Marvel Legend, when you like move a joint, it kind of like clicks.
Yep.
It's got sections. That is not true with the Revelations figures. It's just a smooth movement, which I like, but my concern is, especially with these ankles, because they use some kind of softer material, especially like for the feet and stuff, that in like a couple of years, he's just going to be real floppy.
No one wants a floppy boy.
So that's my concern right now. And then the size kind of put me off them a little bit. They're just, if they were the same size as Origins, or not Origins, Classics, I'd probably be all over them. Unfortunately, much to my chagrin, because I don't need more lines. As it is, I'll probably end up grabbing I grabbed Skelegod. His size is kind of, flexible. I might get,
and it makes sense for that character.
Yeah, and I might get, if I see it in person, I like it. I might get like Moss Man, because again, I feel like he's a character whose size isn't necessarily fixed. He doesn't need to be the same height as everybody else.
What about the Battle Cat, baby?
Well, I'm excited for that one.
It looks good, but the sculpt seems a little soft to me. I don't know. We'll see if I see it in person, but I gotta not buy stuff. I was looking at they showed off the first wave of the Power Rangers Ultimates, and that putty was like,
well played, Mitch.
That putty is freaking gorgeous with all the extra gear and stuff, and I'm like, but I can't do it. I can't.
Oh, so the Super 7?
Yeah, the Super 7 Power Rangers Ultimates. It's like, these look really, really good. I'm not doing it though. I can't.
It's funny because like I saw them and I was like, this is really, really cool. And someone brought up, actually, I think it was Nightwing GL, my buddy Graham, brought up in one of the chats. He's like, God, they're really gonna be fighting, like Lightning and Super 7. And all I could think of was like, let them fight. Like,
well, and that's the thing though, is I mean, they're really nice figures. Like, the fact that Trini, well, it's both Trini and whatever the second Yellow Ranger was. I'm going to show my ignorance on Power Rangers lore there, whatever. But like comes with the little Mr. Tickle Caesar doll. Crap like that. The putties come with the you can turn them into Z putties. It's all that cool.
It's the little stuff. Oh, Mitch Falcon, Aisha. There we go.
Okay, well there we go. See, I didn't know that. But yeah, so it's those little details and the fun accessories you can make. You can do either evil, Green Ranger or good Green Ranger by swapping the arms out, because the one version has the little armbands and the other one doesn't. So that's cool stuff, but is it worth almost 3 times the price to me? Probably not. Especially not with the line as big as the Lightning Collection already is.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm glad for everybody that's going out there. If they end up like revealing that you can combine the Zords to make a Megazord somehow.
Looking at the pictures, I'm doubting that they're going to.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the cards either. That would be about the only thing. Then I would probably get the Zords.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree with the chat. And this was the problem that I had with. There's no way that turns into a leg or a torso or whatever he turned into.
Oh, that's the torso. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way then. Cool. I really like how they look, but yeah, I'm agreeing with the chat too that the articulation does look limited. It's the single jointed arms and legs and all that, and they look a little awkward, kind of like the New Japan figures.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's for me when there's a more articulated option out there for a third of the price that I'm already in on, I'll probably stick with that unless they do something that I just think Hasbro isn't going to do. But good on Super 7. They look great toys. Just not for me. On the other hand, I was very excited to see the new Transformers crossover set.
Sorry, was gremlin.
So, quick question on Transformers is what do you guys think of Ron Perlman doing Optimus Prime?
I mean, isn't Gary Chalk still alive?
Yeah,
he's probably. I guess I'd rather just have Gary Chalk. Same as like I get I don't know who they went with for Optimus Prime in Siege or whatever, but freaking. And now I'm blanking on his name.
Peter Cullen?
Yeah, Peter Cullen, still out there doing his thing.
Yeah, still doing it.
Yeah, I get he's probably a little expensive, but he can't be more expensive than Ron Perlman.
No kidding.
Maybe. I don't know. Same thing. Frank Welker, still alive. So yeah, I don't quite. I mean, Star Power. If they think they need it, great. I don't have any problem. I like Ron Perlman a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd just still rather have Gary Chalk.
Yeah, I was intrigued because I'm not a big Transformers guy, but I know a lot of my friends are, and the passion runs deep. So I was curious, like how bringing in somebody who has a very distinct voice. How that affects, because I was not a that's one, especially one area of Transformers which I absolutely know nothing about, is the primal stuff.
Oh, Beast Wars is good stuff. I mean, that's
what I've always heard. I've heard it's great.
There's still a very sizable divide, I think.
That's putting it lightly.
and it's come back to the fore now because they're doing more, Beast figures again. And everybody sees, because they're doing this character, then that means that they're not going to do my favorite character.
Yeah.
Like, or you could wait and see.
Just be patient.
But isn't that every line? I mean,
well, and you do get that complaint about every line, but like the with the Beast Transformers, you had people who were like so, they're so different. The original thing was the whole truck not monkey.
Yeah,
Optimus Prime is a truck. He's not a monkey. You can't do this. And that's still
truck make monkey. Truck become monkey.
Well,
monkey become truck. Monkey become truck.
Two unique, interesting, appealing characters. So yeah, I mean, that's still present though, and so yeah, now it's definitely like, well, they're making all these Beast characters again, and now I'm not going to get freaking Skids or whoever.
Yeah,
it's like, hold on,
just wait. It's Hasbro. They like money. They're going to make everybody.
Yeah,
just might take longer.
I'm gonna ride the Beast Wars, update train as long as they want to keep it going. I'm into it. And at first I also was, at the time in like the 90s, I was like, I don't know, these Transformers that turn into animals, not really my jam. And then I actually got some and watched the cartoon, and I was like, oh, this is good. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as far as the celebrity, the stunt casting thing, you almost have to expect it these days. That's pretty much any show trying to get some of that crossover appeal, so I don't blame them. I think Samoa Joe did the voice of a Transformer on one of the Machinima series.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who he did. And The Rock was on like the first episode of Transformers Prime as Cliff Jumper. That was all they could afford him for, and they killed off his character.
And then he died.
He came back, though, and I think he could only speak in fragments of things he had said before. So clever on them to do that. But,
They chefed him?
Yeah, pretty much. So, celebrities in my Transformers doesn't necessarily bother me. I guess we'll have to hear how he does. I mean, the bigger issue is, I think, for me anyway, just the overall kind of mediocre quality of the Netflix series so far. They haven't been great.
You didn't like Siege?
Yeah, Siege and Earthrise.
Yeah.
You didn't care for them?
They're okay, but they're just not, they're nothing I would go out of my way to watch again. So, they're just the story moves kind of at a weird pace. The animation is solid. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But the voice acting is not very good. Everybody's just kind of doing the same voice.
Yeah.
Or the same tone of voice. Like, yeah, I don't know why Jazz sounded like Scatman Crothers. I don't know why Ironhide was apparently from, south of the Mason-Dixon line on Cybertron, in the original series. But everybody had kind of their own distinct voice and character. And the new series is just a lot of, oh yeah, it's just that kind of gravelly monotone.
It's like generic, not human voice. It's like they're trying too hard to sound alien.
And it's kind of got that like bad like when like your cheap anime dubs, where everybody's kind of trying to do like they're all, you can either it's all like two guys doing all the voices, or it just sounds like it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I mean, and then the whoever they have doing the voice Optimus Prime kind of sounds like Peter Cullen, But
it sounds like someone doing Peter Cullen. Like it sounds like an impression.
And he does like his weird like shouty, angry thing that he does all the time. Like whoever's directing the voice cast on that, I'm not a fan. It's a bummer. So here I am. The theme tonight is Matt shits on the Netflix Transformers series.
Not shitting on it, critiquing it.
The toys that that are coming out in relation to it, though, are not as a result, but excellent. Very happy with the toys.
Nice. I am working on my dog pound figure. I'm gonna make a properly scaled dog pound for the 2012 turtle, and it's getting weird.
I do want to. Now that I'm thinking about it, was Transformers?
Night, Mr. Ryan Clark. Catch you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us. Was Transformers like one of the first like celebrity? Because Transformers the movie is like one of the earliest things I can remember
where it had a celebrity voice cast.
Brought in a bunch of celebrity voice cast.
Yeah, Nemo and Leonard Nimoy and Orson Welles, baby.
Orson Welles and
no plan at the time, yeah.
And who did Hot Rod?
Don Johnson.
No, Don Johnson was in G.I. Joe. He was Falcon.
Oh, sorry.
It was the other Brat Packer. God damn it. Yeah.
If only we had a system where we could check facts at random.
Anyway. So yeah, that was, and then G.I. Joe the movie was right after it. And that had, Burgess Meredith and
not yet Panther 10.
Don Johnson, and I also have not gotten mine. I'm very excited for that wave, however.
It looks real good.
I need to buy a bunch of guardsmen.
You need to what?
I'm gonna need to buy a bunch of guardsmen.
Oh yeah.
And make a vault for them to guard. And then buy an extra one and turn them into the original Marvel Sentry from the jury.
Nice. All the spikes.
Yeah, very spiky, very spiky. Yeah, Judd Nelson. Who's the Breakfast Club? Judd.
I think it was Judd Nelson.
All right, it just doesn't sound right to me anymore. Thought about it too hard. So I put some hair on this head. I'm going to use for Battlestar. Been doing that.
Nice. Yeah. Mitch Falcon, the one from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Robert Emilio Estevez.
So it is Judd Nelson. Emilio Estevez is.
Was it Joe Estevez?
It was not Joe Estevez.
Go home, Joe.
Oh, Joe Estevez. Yes, Judd Nelson. Thank you, Mitch Falcon, for confirming that because my brain was not working. So, fun thing, or tip from me, if you want to make some hair texture, kind of a close cropped sort of deal, I use this.
Oh, yes.
Just roll that around.
That's my beard tool.
Yeah. Perfect for any kind of, close cropped, curly-ish, you don't need a ton of depth. It's random enough. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I dropped a metal tail that I had glue on.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hooray.
I should probably wait a little bit before I do a Sentry custom for the jury, because now that they've got that mold, Hasbro probably will.
Yeah, it'll be like a year though.
Well, yeah, but and Mitch Falcon, I would not have said Judd Hirsch, because Judd Hirsch is strong in my mind from his tour de force performance as Dracula in The Night Dracula Saved the World.
Nice. Oh, Panther 10 just bought a bunch of guardsmen for my custom Bagley Venom and my Spidey fix. Hell yeah.
How has that movie never been on Mystery Science Theater?
They did a Rift Tracks.
Did they?
Yes.
I have not.
And Eric Idle was also in Transformers the movie. So yeah, they really
full
celeb for that.
So I started a slippery slope last week on Wednesday when
You poor bastard.
but I have decided if I'm gonna do this, I'm probably just gonna get the Dinobots, but I don't even know if I'm gonna do that at this point. Plus,
Oh, but Slag looks so pretty.
he does. Well, this has the
Pretty.
upgrade kit on it too. Plus, it has wheelie, so it's kind of a cool one-off. But
But don't worry, there will be upgrade kits for all of them.
I have no doubt. This was just
and the next one comes with a pointless and kind of crappy Daniel.
An extra what?
Daniel.
Oh, that's true.
In his exosuit. So if it's fairly useless packing figures that you're into, you've got that covered too.
So cool looking. Pops me big time. Hasbro likes money. That is still hundreds of dollars though, Dave. That's true.
That should be on their that should be their business card slogan. We like money.
Yeah.
Do you like monies? We like monies.
We like taking your monies.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to mute briefly here. We'll see how this Dremel goes. And
what's up, KJ? Welcome.
Also, David, since
yes,
your brother is getting the core space with us, I grabbed this. I don't know if you can see what it is. Maybe the body on.
Hold on. I'm going to zoom in. Oh, very nice.
Do you know who it is?
I can barely see it, man.
My camera's real bad.
It's okay.
Does the body language give it away, maybe?
Kind of. I'm drawing a blank, man. I'm sorry.
It's your good friend Hondo.
Oh,
Hondo Naka.
Very nice.
So the scale works really well with Imperial Assault.
Oh, nice.
The 32 millimeter. So I've grabbed some Imperial Assault figures off the interwebs to use as well.
Enhance.
Yeah, my camera is real bad. It's super old.
Bear with me. I'm going to heat gun a little bit. I'm doing bone spurs coming out of an arm right now. It's good times. On the bright side, it's one of those things with a heat gun where it's like, oh, I can burn the crap out of it because it adds more texture. There we go. Oh, there we go. Panther 10 looks like Hondo Onaka. Damn.
It is Hondo.
Fun fact, the Predator cam has been swapped out, so hopefully I'll have less Predator-rific things going on. We'll see, I suppose. But yes.
Almost got this big boy done, glued together.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I got some stuff from
Thank you, Mitch.
3D minis off of Etsy. They're resin printed. They're great. They're really, really good.
Nice.
And they're good and solid. I haven't had any breakage issues.
Nice.
Even though some of them got some itsy bitsy pieces.
Did you see the new official pictures of the Masters WWE?
Yeah, I saw all 4 of them. They all look really good. I liked Junkyard Dog a lot more.
Yeah, he looks better. I'm astonished that they've got Andre, like you have to assemble him.
Yeah.
That he fits on the regular card. He comes with
I like that.
I know it's cool that they did it. It's super
because
cool.
I'm sure it keeps the cost at least down a little bit. I would assume.
Well, yeah, not having to come with a special package. Definitely does.
Whoa.
So have you been? Oh, go ahead, Dave.
No, sorry. Mitch Falcon was dropping that in the chat for the night that Dracula saved the world. Was just dropping. Everybody's dropping links right now. So go ahead, King. Sorry.
I was gonna say, have you been keeping up with? Oh gosh, now I can't remember the gentleman's name who does the box art. With his postings on Facebook at all. Axel Jimenez?
Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't been actively pursuing, if that makes sense.
So he's been saying a lot of like interesting things about saving characters from old box art and from just development work, and then of course hiding him on the new card art and stuff. Do you think at all that those lines, such as Motu and even Transformers, would benefit from just new characters, or would they not sell at all?
Well, I think they would. The problem is right now finding the kind of new market.
Yeah.
Because so much of the market right now is nostalgia and, hey, remember what was and what was when, type stuff. And I think where you're going to run into trouble is basically they're going to go, oh, well, this new character didn't sell this one time, so why chance it with another run, as opposed to developing that character.
Well, and I think too, you've also got like you're past the days now, I think, and maybe I hope this changes back, of where you can have stuff that exists as a toy line, and that's the primary vehicle for introducing the characters rather than it being media. But now it's like, yeah, if they're not in like a show or whatever, nobody's gonna back them. Nobody's gonna buy toys of it or care, So
yeah, yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting dilemma, because I on another side of media, I see that Marvel's once again trying to do something with Reptile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that also just doomed to fail? Because I think that's an interesting character.
They like the Reptile. They've done probably 4 or 5 series, like little bits and bobs with them, and I think it's the thing of like they're almost, I don't know how to put it, like they're doing pop-ups, to get everybody used to the character, so that it's a known quantity, so that then they can, basically force it. Yeah,
I think I mean you definitely need to be careful about like the Roman Reigns, thing where like if a character isn't catching on organically and you try and force it, people feel that.
Yeah.
And they tend not to like it. That's like again, like as soon as they once they stopped pushing Roman as hard as they were, people were like, oh no, this guy's actually good, or I actually want to see Roman on my TV. And I think it's the same thing with some of what the comic companies do, especially. And yes, Mitch Falcon, sort of like the Inhumans, though that was them also really trying to get out from under the X-Men, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Everybody could feel that.
That was so poorly handled and was so ham-handedly done. I mean, it was, and I don't think it helped that they were being so disingenuous about it, saying like, "Oh, that's not what we're doing." Right? That's not what we're doing. And it's like, come on, guys.
Like, don't you lie to me.
Yeah. You already lie enough telling me that nothing will ever be the same again. Can we not lie more?
SpiderMan no more, my ass.
House of Ideas, you're just a house of lies.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, speaking of which, man, I don't know if you guys have kept up at all with any of the tabletop news this week, but
I've seen some stuff.
Gygax's other kid is a piece of shit.
Oh yeah?
I don't know.
Oh God, yeah, he's horrific. But there's been some other things I think are interesting that people are kind of now willing to touch upon. The fact that Gary Gygax gets a lot of the credit, but it was Dave Arnson's game.
Well, I read a big article about that like a year or so ago. It was really
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I'm not like a huge D&D or TTRPG guy, but it was just interesting to me and how all that stuff, comes together. And I like the new Spider-Man outfit. I don't know if that's Ben Reilly or not, but I like it.
I'm 90% sure it's supposed to be, because then they let slip him unmasked and he's got the bleached hair.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like Peter.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I like the kind of amalgamation of the Ben Reilly costume. I think it looks cool. Mitch Falcon, drop that sweet link in the chat. We need another MK TV series again, but it would be preferred if it fell outside of the continuity of the new movies. I'd prefer something that felt like the mix of Game of Thrones and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That would be pretty cool. Like that's just making me think of like the old like USA series, like the live action one. That was on around the time of Nitro. I don't remember if it was before or after, but I just remember flipping back and forth and being like, wait, what? There's a Mortal Kombat TV series?
Brought to you by the channel that did a Swamp Thing TV show.
Yeah.
Keep your evil out of my swamp.
Shit.
See, I'm a Street Fighter guy, so whatever. Do your Mortal Kombat. It's fine.
Raul Julia, baby.
Raul Julia from Overdrawn at the Memory Bank. That's kind of. I feel like those two roles were very similar.
I mean, here's the thing with Raul Julia and Street Fighter. Street Fighter is a bad movie. He knew that was a bad movie. He did not care. He was having fun doing it because his kids would like it, and it was a bunch of money before he died.
Yeah.
That's mad respect for people who were like, this looks like fun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's anybody who wants, just like, oh, whatever, you want to pay me a lot of money and I get to go somewhere and have some fun, and they put the work into it.
Yeah.
I wish
I don't want that Adam Sandler lazy crap. Oh, all me and my friends are going to go on vacation and we'll turn into a movie somehow. Not so much into that, but yeah, if it's
Well, also, I mean, actors readily say, "Oh, I did that for a house payment or whatever." I've yet to hear one of them say, I did that bad movie because it looked awesome. It looked like so much fun, and it reminded me of something I would have seen as a kid where it didn't matter if it was bad because I enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, we never hear that.
Not often enough.
And I think that would be a far more genuine kind of conversation to have than I did it because I wanted another car.
Yeah. Alas, that's just not in the cards. Jazzy McKee, there was a Mortal Kombat TV show? I had no idea. I love that cast of a bad movie figures out it is a bad movie and they just have fun with it.
Yeah, especially when you get somebody who just chews scenery like they're a starving person.
Yeah. Well, the guys who played DJ and what was it? It was DJ and Zangief in that movie. Like, dude looked like Mojo Rawley's dad.
Well, then he stayed hyped the whole time he did it.
Yeah. He doesn't get hyped. He stays hyped. Gronk.
He doesn't stay unemployed. Well, he probably will stay unemployed.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, I mean, switching gears a little bit, what were your feelings on this new rash of jobless people so WWE stockholders can continue to feel like they're doing the best thing with their lives?
I mean, honestly, at this point, it's starting to feel, I don't want to see anybody lose their job.
It's repetitive.
I like that, that people can make money doing the thing that they love to do in whatever way. It's like if you want to just, show up and, collect, collect your contract funds, just to do like a main event once a month or whatever. More power to you. But the whole, holding talent hostage so that nobody else can have them or whatever. Honestly, that's the stuff that makes it's like, yeah, it sucks that Ari have already lost his job.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to see what he's going to do from here,
Yeah. But I have to point out, and it has been pointed out, it is about that time for one of everybody's favorite messages from one of our favorite sponsors, crafted by one of the greatest craftsmen of ads for his own gear company.
I mean, the only sponsor, I believe.
Shush!
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Yeah! I don't know. King, did you see the fantastic video that one of our fans made for the ad?
I did, and it was great.
You know what? If we get enough people saying it in the chat, do you want to see the applause ad?
Who doesn't want to see the applause ad, David?
You're right.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take
that one kind of cuts off abruptly. I still haven't reconverted that. That's my bad.
I love how Nigel gets the biggest pop. He's a Road Warrior pop when he comes out.
Hell to the yeah.
I mean, based on what we've seen in the chat, I feel like Haggerty is the sleeper. Like he's the smart fans pick. But I also haven't brought him down onto the show. So he's a little bit, we're playing it cool with him.
Everybody loves the thing they can't have.
He's such a I think he would go over well. I don't trust him in the basement. Because in our last apartment, when I had all my figures on display and shelves in the living room, so we'd be sitting on the couch watching TV or whatever, and he would go up onto the couch and literally just like jump into a shelf, just bodily, and just knock everything over. And it's like, all right, now I bet someone's going to block all of this off from you now, you weird bastard.
Cat's gonna cat.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I mean, the way their mind works is
Haggerty the one that's on your shoulder in the intro picture?
Oh no, that's Nigel.
Oh, okay.
Nigel is Mr.
Young
Camera Hog. Yeah.
And yes, Super Spike, I this thing can certainly make an appearance. I'll have to haul it downstairs. It actually was downstairs just a couple days ago. Normally lives up in the attic.
That makes it sound so creepy. It lives in the attic. I'd have to haul it down.
But yes, I can bring it down. It has a creepy mask now, so
excellent.
Beautiful. Speaking of creepy, Matt, watching any good horror movies lately?
I'm sorry?
Have you watched any good horror movies lately? I thought another applause thing broke out.
I'm not much for horror movis. I thought
you were my brother in spookies.
It's not like I don't enjoy them, but it's just like, I don't a genre that I seek out. Panther 10, you're right on Haggerty, on his personality. He is an attention. He loves to be the center of attention. Whenever we have wrestlers over to pick up gear or get measured or whatever, he is on them. Like cats love wrestlers is what I've learned over the last year or so. It's interesting, but it doesn't matter who. So far, the cats have pretty much liked every wrestler that's come over. But Haggerty the most of all. He just goes right up to them. He'll jump right into their arms if they'll let him. Yeah, what have I watched lately for movies? Like, we went and saw the Sparks Brothers documentary on Sunday.
Oh, interesting.
And if you don't know, it's Edgar Wright directed it. You can definitely tell he's a fan of them. It's a little longer than it maybe needs to be, and Danny's a huge fan of Sparks. But anyway, very interesting, very cool. They're the band that your favorite band loves. I do not.
They can smell the agility.
But yeah, Sparks Brothers documentary, quite good.
Thank you for talking.
And the Sparks are just great. They're just a great band, and they seem like really cool guys. It was a little weird because I was talking to Danny about it. It's kind of like the They Might Be Giants documentary, Gigantic.
Yeah,
where there's really not there's career ups and downs for Sparks, but nobody dies, nobody gets into drugs or addiction or any of that stuff. They're just two nice guys making music in the world, and sometimes people is popular and sometimes it's not. But there's no and then then so and so crashed his motorcycle into an orphanage. None of that happens. And it's like Gigantic in that way. It's just here's just these two guys that are fun and funny, and they make weird music, and some people like it, some people think it's weird. So yeah, there's not like that conflict, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I would say worth a watch if you like music documentaries at all.
Well, you saw it drop. Did both of you see it dropped on Netflix today?
No.
Is it the Godzilla series? Or
Singular Point.
I did see a screenshot from it with a weird looking jet Jaguar, and I got kind of excited.
Yeah, it's got his box cell.
I am excited for next week when I Think You Should Leave season 2 drops.
I think you should leave.
Yeah, you're not the boss of me.
Have you guys watched I Think You Should Leave?
No.
Holy shit. You need to. It's hilarious. It's just a sketch comedy show. They're 15, 20-minute episodes. Hilarious. I am going to send you the skeletons
crashed into a fireworks factory.
It's so good.
So this is a supremely weird looking custom if you don't know what Dog Pound's supposed to look like, but it's taking shape.
Looks good, man.
It'll be super weird. I'm excited. It's one of those where it's when you're working on it, it's yeah, this doesn't look right. Then you're oh, you just got to imagine it with the paint.
I don't know. I think it looks pretty good starting out.
Mm-hmm. Such an amalgamation of parts. I got a Playmates 2012 Dog Pound head. I got Hasbro Build-A-Figure arms. I got spare Build-A-Figure parts, and then the Hulk hand is from a KO of the 80th anniversary Hulk, I think, or the Select. I'm not positive which one, but yeah. I Think You Should Leave. Hot dog car sketch. Excellent.
Yep. No, watch these when you get a chance. You got a few minutes out of your life.
I'm down.
Next one, they're both freaking just such a good show. If you enjoy the sketch comedy,
I do. What's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix. Is it similar to Whose Line Is It Anyway, Matt?
It is not.
It's more Kids in the Hall, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like Kids in the Hall or Key and Peele in that it's there's not a live audience. It's all pre-recorded sketches.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Noise.
So yeah, it's more or less the vision of one guy, and I think he used to write for SNL maybe.
Right on.
So, do either of you guys enjoy the Star Trek?
Yes.
I enjoy it. I don't seek it out.
We finally caught up and finished Orville.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. I had low expectations, and it is basically Star Trek Next Generation, but like the most laid back work environment.
Yeah.
Like it's even shot like TNG.
I will say the production quality on that show was astounding, considering it was supposed to be a gag show.
I don't even see it as a gag show. It's so well done and so lovingly crafted, and like actually there are real moments of pathos on that show I was just shocked by. I mean, it is TNG in the fact that it's very much a we're going to attack social issues on our science fiction show.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Much, yeah. I mean, that's Star Trek. I mean, it always has been. Sometimes they pull it off, and sometimes it's like, oh, you didn't.
Well, Orville is the one that Seth MacFarlane created.
Yep. He's the captain on the vessel.
Fun fact: they made a comic series of it too.
Really? How was the comic series?
I only ever picked up the first couple issues because then we just kept getting shorted on it, and I got frustrated. But I liked what I saw.
So, chat, I need an alien skin color. Just give me a color.
Turquoise.
You're not chat.
Oh, yeah,
Mom.
Chat.
Hughes. Eggshell.
You're not chat, Dave.
Gorgonzola.
Ooh. I want a hamburger with gorgonzola on it.
Noise.
That does sound good.
No, I'm not chat, huh? I'll be bringing you tasty.
You can inspire foods. You can't inspire alien colors.
Damn it.
That's the rules.
I don't make them. I just follows them.
It's a weird rule, but it is what it is. All right, we got purple, burgundy, purple, peanut butter.
Someone else went into burger toppings.
I did. From the Blue Door locally, they have a thing where you can do with all their burgers and add the breakfast set, which they just put bacon and a fried egg on any burger.
Heart attack.
Oh yeah, but it's so good.
Oh yeah, I love it. I've always heard it called a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just thought you were saying that it would lead you to have one, which yes.
I mean, you're not wrong on either case.
Yeah, no. I have always heard that referred to as a heart attack burger.
Fair enough. I mean, not inaccurate. A smoky greenish brown, which would not be a good burger topping description, but that is another suggestion from the chat.
I think I'm going to go with a very, very a lavender skin tone, because then I can work up from that color.
Fried egg on a burger is always great.
It is. Has anyone here had an Oklahoma fried onion burger before?
Yes.
No.
I've wanted to make those again for quite a while now.
It is so for the onion, I found that I have this thing. It's actually called the Vidalia onion chopper. I got one for my dad like a bajillion years ago, and I was like, that thing was really handy. It's like the thing where it has like the metal grid, and you just kind of chunk, slam it down on top. So they have, it's like a slice, like it's just verticals on it, and it's almost like a mandolin, but it's just slightly thicker. Like it yields thicker slices, and that was like the ideal because you got a little bit more texture in it than like when it's really lacy cuts. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah, I don't have a flat top, so.
I do. Well, actually, it's over at my father-in-law's right now. From when we had a gas range at the old place, and we have electric here. So once the electric poops out, we're going back to gas, baby. Because it was awesome. You could basically you'd put the burners on, and then you'd put this flat top across the entire top of the stove, and then you could control the zones via the burners, and it was just a hibachi flat top. It was great. So we would make smash burgers every once in a while and smoke out the kitchen. It was great.
We'll be right back, guys.
All right.
I think I want to try to get a flat top burner for or not burner, but plate for my new grill.
It's a good idea, man. They're amazing. Right now, I've used a cake pan, just because it's easy enough and it holds up to the heat. I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm really iffy on using that stuff because it'll frustrate my wife. I made jerky in the smoker a couple weekends ago, and I was like, "Oh man, I really need some cooling racks so these will fit on the smoker, with no danger of them falling through because they're pretty small pieces." And she was like, "Well, then you should have bought some because you're not using mine."
Womp womp. Hey, thanks, Mitch Falcon, dropping that Vidalia Chop Wizard. It's gotten an upgrade since last I had eyes on it. Apparently.
Yeah, I use a mandolin for that, but because I do want, if I'm going to mush the burger flat into those onions, I want them paper thin so they get crispy.
Yeah. Man, I have found a love of just just basically caramelizing onions. It's lovely.
It is.
They taste great on everything.
Same thing with garlic. Roasted garlic is one of my great loves because it's so easy to make, and then you put it in anything, and if you smush it a little bit, it literally just melts.
Yeah.
And it's got such a strong but sweet flavor to it, and it makes everything taste better.
Yeah. What is happening? Sorry, my computer is just freaking out. Oh, it's doing the stupid thing where it's like, do you want to implement this change and 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 this change? Oh man, hold on. Let me see if I can get this up. There's a fantastic video once again made by our good friend Pale Aragorn in the chat. Let me see if I can get it up. I don't know if I can pull it up on here because I've had issues pulling up messages while on chat.
You were talking about Star Wars earlier, Matt. Doug said episode 1 is done. He's got to finish up the edits on 2 and 3.
Cut out all my racist tirades.
No, he's just putting in the putting in the crawls. Yeah. Although he's like, yeah, it's not as hard as last time because I'm not doing that opening ship drop like I did last time. And I was like, oh man, that was so cool. And he's like, yeah, it also took me a long time. So
yeah, a friend of mine they've shot it all, I think, a Star Wars fan film.
Oh wow!
And now they're, it's at the point now where like it needs all the effects, and like he had a guy who was going to help him with it or whatever, and it's just so much work. He's like, yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to finish that because
holy crap, it worked.
All the lasers and whatnot.
Sorry, when you're done, I got
you. No, and that is very true, Mitch Falcon.
Secret of those as seen on TV items. They're designed for people with physical difficulties, but to keep them reasonably priced, they market them to everyone.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Which, some of that stuff is like, who needs this? It's like, well, somebody who doesn't have,
Let's see if I can get this to work. There we go. For the consortium of jackasses.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan.
That's fantastic.
then
Find Pale Aragorn at Instagram.com/PaleVampire. Thank you, Mitch Falcon. You're a damn machine. I love you for it.
And my people and I don't do this kind of work.
You son of a bitch.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Oh, this is going to be such a ridiculous figure. I'm enjoying this.
I like the idea of it. That's going to be cool.
So I did the. Oh, let me grab it real quick. So the cool thing, like the 2012 Turtles are such a cool line, but nothing is scaled. And so like that's been my thing of like there's certain characters and certain villains that I'm like I want to make them into something that looks right. So Pale Aragorn,
Dylan, no, get to the chopper, no.
Oh, whew. All right.
And I don't do this kind of work.
I wanted to relax a bit on the stream because I've been a little high strung, so drinking some cut water and gadzoots.
Ooh,
it is delightful.
Cut water, huh?
What?
Cut water, huh?
Yeah, tiki rum mai tai. Although the thing that I didn't read was this: 12.5% alcohol.
Ooh, they ain't messing around with that.
No, it's fantastic. Thank you, Mitch Falcon. Damn.
What's up?
Come on, sponsor.
I think I yelled "get to the ship" about 50 times when we played.
This is the
get to the ship.
The snakeweed that I did, where I basically just added another leg section, and I adjusted the leg joints so that they sat a little lower. So it's about 2 inches taller now. So it's still not proper scale, but it looks factory.
It looks great, Dave.
So I dig it. Dude, Oliver is so in love with the 2012 Turtles right now, and it's so fun because like I brought that guy out, and he's like, I don't want to play with it because it's a custom. And I go, Oliver, it's fine. I made it. I made it to last. Like I actually made new joints and everything, and he's just like, it's okay. I'll play with mine. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that is yours, but
you gotta appreciate that.
Oh yeah. And it's fun because like I've fixed so many of his toys and stuff that sometimes he'll be like, oh, I don't want to break it again. It's like, Ollie, I can fix it, and if I can't fix it, we'll figure something out. So, but he is well, you know him. He's a great kid. So these have been my current loves, at least of today. These have been making me happy playing around. They're flipping nuts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they are real cool.
I dig it.
Did I bring it down? I'll forget it. Because I got my box as well.
Oh yeah, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Go through it yet?
Oh man, I've been spelunking through because I've been trying to find parts for you, and then I've been trying to find parts because I'm like, okay, he sent me a lot of stuff. Like I want to make like I feel bad. I sent him a couple fodder Marvel Legends, and it's like, oh, okay, these are neat.
It's all relative.
I know.
Right? So I found a box in my. I've just been trying to clean up a little bit down here lately. It's a little bit crazy. And
that's a great idea, Pale Aragorn.
It is, absolutely. Well, I've also seen people use the not that it would be cheap, but the essentially bashing together like the torso from Apollo Creed with the Dutch legs.
Nice.
That would be an expensive custom now, but at the time,
yeah, no shit.
But so I've been finding I found a box that had a bunch of it was like just some random like bases and stuff, and I love those old Marvel Legends.
Oh hell yeah!
Wall mounted bases because it really helps me open up my display a little bit. So I've been working on this one, adapting it because Can of Beams. I don't know if he still sells them, but he sells these adapters or sold these adapters for the Figure Arts bases. So there's it just plugs in and I can hold the it holds his board, the Surfer's board, which is great. And I've had this on my shelf, but then I realized I had this stand, which with the original Legends Surfer that looked really weird and crappy. So I'm adapting it to hold this figure art's arm.
Oh, nice.
So I can mount this on the wall and put the Surfer on it and watch it fall off. It'll be great.
Hell yeah. Canabeams.com. Also, the Joe K. Nice, Dave. I love those boss fight Lucha figures as well. Currently using Phoenix to make custom Hayabusa. Damn, that's awesome.
Oh.
What color outfit Hayabusa?
All of them.
Yeah, no kidding.
The cool thing is, next week our guest will be Eric Arana of Boss Fight Studios. So he'll be on.
Eric will be back.
Chop and shop and talk and shop with us. Which will be fun. And then King will be back the following week. And then the week after that, we will have Alex from Fan Plastic 4 coming on. He does some absolutely stunning digital sculpts, some of which are available on Casting Cave.
You just got a big box of Casting Cave, didn't you, Dave?
Yes, I did. I was actually going to bring it by sometime this week to see if you wanted to spelunk through it.
Ooh, I don't know, man. I got bags of heads.
Yeah, but these are different ones.
Son, I got heads on heads on heads on heads. In fact, I think I might have a head for one of you guys because I think it's too small for Mo 2.
Uh-huh.
Because I too just had a bag of heads. I don't think this will fit anybody I have. It's like a Crimson Dynamo head.
Oh, very nice.
That was small, for the figure it came with.
But I got
Aragorn, you're a monster.
I got a nice
can't do it.
Shredder head.
I would go.
I'm gonna try this for my Road Ripper, which is
your Road Ripper driver?
Vulture, yeah, Road Ripper driver.
Yeah.
And then the same guy had these really cool Oni mask dudes. You can't really see it there. Maybe.
That.
But he also has like this. I
want to say.
But he also sent me the hat if I want to use the hat on it.
Oh, neat.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty boss. Oh, it's not Embo.
Ah.
Oh, I hope to do a Black Series Embo at some point.
Oh, did you find some of the pallets?
These were ones that I found in the closet of my house.
Oh, nice.
That I realized I hadn't weathered.
Nice. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to Dremel again.
Okay.
Pardon.
I'm spray and paint everywhere here. I need to dip this down.
So what are you doing the pallets for, Matt?
It's just background.
Doing some diorama work?
I just, to set. I have my little alley diorama that I do a lot of my, just custom figure shots in. And it's just nice to have, some background detail. And these are super cheap, so.
So, one thing Cassandra asked me, she's like, "Am I going to have to have a absurd amount of Marvel knowledge to potentially play in that game?" And I said, "No, but you will be missing out on a lot of Easter eggs because, man, do I know a lot of dumb stuff about the Marvel universe."
That's half the fun. It's, as long as you make it, as long as it's not, you don't have to know it,
No, you don't have to know it. But I was like digging. I was like digging through ideas, and I was like, "Well, what about this thing? That occurred one time millions of issues ago. Hey, wasn't there a person that this was a thing that happened?"
Oh,
yes.
Panther 10 in the chat says, "Totally random, but I just opened my retro card at Dr. Doom. I could swear in the old Marvel Action Hour Fantastic Four show, Doom carried a sword of some kind. Wasn't it like a big saber or a claymore?"
He might have.
He might have in at least one of the episodes, but you got to remember that when he popped up in those episodes, it was all over the place as far as Doom. where it's like, oh, now he has the power cosmic. Oh, no, now he somehow is not that smart. It's like, what?
Yeah, I haven't watched the first season of either of the Marvel Action Hour shows in a long time because they're bad. But yeah, it was interesting. Like the episode where Human Torch got a recording contract.
Memories.
I can't remember who did the voice of the Torch on that show, but it like tied in there because he was like some, like 90210.
Was it Ian Ziering?
It was not Ian Ziering. And season 2 of both of those, both Iron Man and Fantastic Four are great.
I am.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they started adapting for the comics. And it worked real well. That Armor Wars episode, good stuff. I think there were more appearances of Century in that show than there were in the actual Marvel Universe.
Yeah, what a weird character.
He was, they thought he was going to be the next hot thing because, he was in Force Works at the time or whatever, and that, shit the bed.
Also, who at Marvel thought that was going to be like a big thing?
It was the 90s. I can't remember who they had on art. One of that style that was, popular at the time. A little scratchy and detailed and whatever.
Dan Panosian style art.
Yeah, some of that for sure. But and then it was Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning on writing.
Ned Shapiro, the Select Juggernaut, is totally worth picking up.
Aha. Brian Austin Green, yes, Mitch Falcon.
Ooh, nice, Mitch.
I can't remember what he was on as an actor.
90210.
Was it? Okay. See, we didn't have Fox when I was a kid, so I didn't know about any of the shows. So we lived in the boonies. And then when Fox switched from channel 29 to 9, then it's like, oh, we can watch The Simpsons now.
Nice.
But I can watch all the Fox Kids cartoons and Batman and SpiderMan and whatnot.
Ooh, speaking of Batman, what are your thoughts on the Long Halloween stuff so far?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't.
I haven't seen the flick, but what'd you think of the trailers and all that jazz?
I thought the trailers looked cool. It was that thing of Matt and I met up last week at Target, and we were talking about it, and it's like, yeah, that came out, right? And I was like looking straight at it, but I was so expecting a Tim Sale cover that I was just like,
yeah,
it did not compute in my brain.
I guess I can see why they wouldn't go that way for the design, but it is a shame.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, I don't know. I've really soured on Jeff Loeb as a writer and a human being.
Yeah, but that story's still got legs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I will say it loud and I will say it proud that the best thing Jeff Loeb ever had his hands on or around or whatever was Commando.
Was Commando?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he was involved with the writing to some degree. I don't know how much. I think he's credited though as like the sole scriptwriter on Commando.
No kidding.
Well, that is one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies.
Oh, it's amazing. I love that. And
Solly, remember when I promised to kill you last? All right.
Yeah, no, I love it. And yes, it holds up to me as the best thing that Jeff Loeb has ever done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then just I don't know. Yeah, there's some of that stuff with him being in with the Netflix shows. It's like, oh, you're kind of a piece of shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's amazing though how far that'll get you, and
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he's had a good run for sure.
Holy crap!
See,
Sorry.
Mitch Falcon, the Teen Tony era does have Jim Chung art, so
Yeah, it does.
it's not all bad. I mean, it is, but
There's some severe stinkers in there, though.
yeah, I mean, as there are definite problems with the whole Heroes Reborn thing for me, but it needed to happen.
Yeah.
What do you think of the outcome of the new Heroes Reborn?
I thought it ended fairly abruptly.
Yeah. That was,
I liked the idea of it, and I was enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, it's over now. Okay.
yeah. It's like, and you're done. It's like, what? Because I thought it was supposed to be like a 12-issue mini, or like a maxi, and then it was just like, nope.
The Heroes Return portion of it was going to be longer than an issue.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, we are going to get the the Council of Cross-Time Mephistos, or whatever they're going to call it, which we'll see.
Mephisto party.
I will say that, holy shit, have the last month of X-Men books been just killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Hellfire Gala stuff. Because at first I'm like, yeah, they're just having a party. All right, cool. And then it got into like the meat of it, and now it's just like, oh damn, this is good. Like really, just like it completely upends things, which I hope they stick with for a while. I don't want to get into spoilers, but I mean, if people want me to, I will. Because it's so good. But
Scarlet Witch is a mutant again.
Hmm?
Scarlet Witch is a mutant again.
No, she does show up and talk to Magneto a little bit, but she's not really a part of it. No, the mutants really definitely they had already put themselves out there. The House of X, Powers of X, but they're really kind of rubbing people's noses in it now.
Well, like I said, they're like 2 streams ago. When did they become the bad guys?
They're not being bad guys necessarily. They're just, I mean, I guess it is like, it's like is the U.S. government bad? Probably a lot of the time, sure.
Yeah.
But it's not. They don't think of themselves that way. And in the end, whether they're looking out for the best interest of their people or not, that's the ostensible goal. And it's the same thing with the X-Men stuff. And in this case, I think they're doing a better job of actually, looking out for themselves. And yeah, Mitch Falcon, I would say Heroes Reborn was probably a 5th week event sort of thing in the end, though I think it's going to play a little more heavily into Aaron's long-term Avengers plans.
Yeah.
All right, so if you don't want spoilers for X-Men, tune out.
Boot your shit.
Boot your shit. Pop away. I'll be brief. I'm just going to say it here. Count down. 5,
4, 3, 2. CM Punk to AEW confirmed.
They terraform Mars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the X-Men go in and they make Mars capable of holding life, and then they send the sister island to Krakoa, which is Araco. And all the mutants that live there are now on Mars, and the X-Men declare mutants basically as like, all right, if you want to do anything within this solar system, you come to us because we're the only ones that have our shit together, and all the people on Earth, they're just too busy fighting amongst themselves. So if you're the Shi'ar or the Kree or the Skrulls or the Brood or the Znurks or whatever, come to us because we're the ones in charge.
And you don't think that sounds like some fucking bad guy shit?
Oh, it totally is. I mean, or it could be. It absolutely could be. But it's really interesting. Yeah, usually the heroes aren't the ones that like, yeah, let's make everybody immortal and do a bunch of secret weird shit and whatnot. Yes. So yeah, they're definitely, yeah, what they're doing is not, it's the same kind of, it's like Dr. Doom. He doesn't think he's a bad guy. He is, but he doesn't think he is. And I think that's a lot of what's happening here. And we'll see how it plays out. I've got faith in Hickman. He's got his plan. There was a great moment where all the different alien council representatives for all the different alien societies are like, you can't just declare yourselves rulers or whatever, or who, the one stop, the point of contact for this whole system, like on what authority and who's your representative. I can't remember how they phrased it. It was I gotta dig it up because I'm gonna like butcher it. But they're building like who's the the ruler of Earth or whatever, the regent, and then freaking Storm comes through the portal and she's like, I'm it. I'm like, oh shit, this is great. It's perfect. Anyway, so yes, it's good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited about X-Men again for the first time in a long time. I know none of it's going to last, but it's good.
Whew, I don't know, man.
Sorry, I said a guy can dream, but
hey,
I just keep in my head going, what about like the Eternals? What about the Inhumans?
Oh yeah.
What about? I mean, some of those other very powerful kind of.
But they've only ever been like pretty focused on Earth. I think I don't even know where the Inhumans are right now.
It's true.
They're dead.
But the Eternals are all wrapped up in their own shit right now, and they've got a movie coming, so they can't really do anything too crazy with them. And yes, I mean, it's the way it's been, written and seated is like they're biting off more than they can chew. They're pissing off the wrong people. This is going to bite them in the ass. So
it just seems so out of character for a lot of those characters.
Well, I'll be curious to see how they do that, because I don't want them to cheap out and be like, oh no, it's, Professor X mess with their minds or whatever. I don't want that to be the way to get out of some of this stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing, I mean, it's been enjoyable. And yes, Neb Shapiro, I bought the Jurassic Park Jeep Transformer. When the pre-order went up today, I think it's really cool. I was kind of on the fence, but then I saw that the Tyrannosaurus Rex was another female Transformer, so I'm into that. The new head they did for it is really cool. And then I saw that the Jeep Transformer has a little hat, and I was very excited about his little, freaking Robert Muldoon jungle hat built onto his robot head. So I was like, all right, yep, I'm buying that.
They know how to get mad. Gentil chapeaux.
Yep. It's the Malibu Stacy effect for sure. And yeah, you might be right, Mitch, that Mitch, the Inhumans are still in deep space. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't seek out Inhumans comics, so it's a shame. I wish they were better. I wish I had found a hook for them. It's the same thing with the Eternals. It's like, yeah, I can see the appeal here. It's never quite clicked for me.
I think Eternals lack just some of the wildness of Kirby's Fourth World stuff. If they had some more of that, I think they'd be far more interesting.
Well, and I mean, the Eternals, I think they're tough because they were never intended to be part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So when they tried to, kludge them in there, it really kind of broke the concept to some degree. But I don't know. And did the Naked Chrome go up for pre-order today? Neb?
Oh shit! I didn't mute. Sorry.
No. Well, I couldn't hear it anyway.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But yeah, I saw the new pictures of the NECA Chrome Dome, but I didn't know it went up for order anywhere.
Wait, what?
The TMNT.
I didn't see Chrome Dome went up for order.
I saw a bunch of pictures. Nev is implying that he bought one.
I missed it.
Oh, okay. So he's just anticipating the money he will be spending on it. All right,
that's fair.
It is, and well, that's smart. He actually set the money aside ahead rather than just buy it as soon as it comes out and worry about paying for it later. And as far as Panther 10's question about how the Jurassic Park set got through, I've been seeing this a lot more lately, where they're kind of willing to, like, one, if it's like a one-off, or if they'll like slice they slice these licenses pretty thin. It's like, okay, you can do 5-inch scale, you do 8-inch scale, you do this, you do that. But I think the reason that this one kind of is happening is because it's like a one-off, or it's a different format than anything Mattel's ever going to do.
Well, Mattel doesn't have Transformers,
right? So yeah, I think again, they see that there's money to be made, so here we are, and I'm into it, because like Lennard had the Top Gun license and did some really crappy toys for the Top Gun movie that still hasn't come out yet. But
that's still not out?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, anyway. But they did the Top Gun Transformer. So, and you would think they would put the Kenner on the box, Mitch, because Hasbro can do that.
True story.
Look at that old IP. You might as well, because they've done that for. Haven't they done that for the retro Star Wars? Put the Kenner logo on those.
I don't think so. I think maybe on the retro packaging, maybe, but
well, yeah, on the figures or on the packaging. Okay, so Top Gun comes out in November. Well, take the day off or whatever you got to do, I guess.
You think a Kit/Knight Rider Transformer is possible? I'd imagine. Again, it's you got to figure out who holds what license for what,
Well, and there's
sure they can make money by the conversation.
A Universal Monsters, at least a Dracula Transformer,
which is nuts.
So I don't know how that's going to work. Well, there was some concepts from back in the 80s that are real goofy. I don't think they're going to do that. But
there we go. Added spikes to them.
Nice.
Let me see if I can find them here.
Hot job. Whoa. Holy cow, it's already 10-2.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to send this link through here.
The robot needs to look like the Hoff.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
If he had like a low cut shirt with like a steel wool chest hair.
Matt, where did you send that?
Oh, I'm just sending it now.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to the Tiny Meng Facebook.
Loading. My goodness.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. But
I don't care. That's phenomenal.
I mean, I hope that the one that they end up doing is even partly inspired by that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's real neat.
He's real happy. I like it.
He almost looks like the Count from fucking
he's got
a very
Muppety quality to him.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
One and a John Cube.
You've got one touch.
You've got the power.
Yeah.
This is
oh, nice.
coming along anyway. I really gotta get that. It's not quite there yet, as you.
Oh,
can
for a
see.
split second, I thought that was the Flash.
Oh, this will just be my new
The Hood.
the Hood. He's generic enough. It's fine. Whatever.
Nice.
It's the Hood. I don't care that much.
Oh, King, I don't know if you saw last week, but I did start work on one
Yes.
King Ginger.
No. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
It's time. It's almost
It's
time to
ginger
end the
time.
show.
grilling time. I actually put the crown from the Grimlock kit on it, and I was like, this might stay. This might not leave. Oh, there it is. Just because it made me so happy, and it actually fits pretty well.
Oh wow, yeah.
I do like how that Vader has like a stunned look on his face. Like,
Yeah.
what? I can go to jail in Saudi Arabia for what? I've got how many months to live? What?
Oh, shit.
Oh no. No.
No.
Funny.
No. It does kind of look like Ezra Miller, right?
Oh my alternate.
What is happening? Good gravy. No, I don't want you to restart again. Damn it.
Oh yeah. If anybody, not you're all here, so you didn't watch it, but you can check it out whenever you like. Local stalwart, JDX appeared on AEW Dark.
True story.
Uh,
And
Yeah.
on AEW Elevation last night, the gear I designed for Colt Cabana debuted, which is pretty dope.
Which is amazing.
and the gear that we didn't design, but we made for JDX.
Oh, is he wearing it tonight?
Yeah,
Oh, dope.
it's the Miles Morales.
Oh, very, very cool.
gear.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
no, he did a great job with that design. Weeding those the webs sucked, but it looked great in the end. And yeah, so congratulations to Justin, because he's great.
Hell yeah.
Super good guy.
Yeah, Dave, those colors were sharp. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, that Cabana gear.
I'm still like fingers crossed. I designed like probably like 12 different looks, and I'm like, oh, there's so many that I want him to do. But he makes his own gear, and like all the credit in the world to him. And I definitely went like hog on like, okay, I overshot a little bit or something. But it was still really, really cool, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity. Oh,
Well, so this is, again, I found my box of random things. I like the wall displays, so I heat gunned off my head Hogan, because he's really, really tiny.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you guys were saying Hogan.
Hogan.
So yes, I heat gunned
Hogan.
him off the base, but now I've got this weird big Electra E on here, so I've got to figure out what to cover that up with.
DC action figure stand.
That could work. I should see it. I should find a stand and see what I got. But I still want to put, I'll have to put some kind of,
Dude, just flip
kanji or something on there. I don't know what character I'm gonna use the stand for yet, but
oh yeah, I was gonna say just literally flip the stand around, drill a hole where the foot peg is, and then that's what holds it to the
plug it
thing.
in. I've got extras floating around because I got some of the Call of Duty things when they were super cheap.
Yeah.
For parts, so I definitely have some of those stands floating around. That's a good call. Should see if the size is good.
You could also see if you could put like a T-light fire in the back.
That'd be dope.
I wish I had like
looks like a hobbit hole.
that's actually, here that's pretty close size wise. It'll cover it up for sure.
Ha! Nice.
If you could get a little LED in there and put like a plastic fire effect over it, that would be pretty sweet.
That would be cool. The other thing I wish I had, I know like I think the diamond like brown costume Wolverine came with like the samurai armor, on like the stand. Something like that could be cool, or some swords. I don't know. I got to figure out But yeah, fire's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a tiny little
Shrine.
house or shrine or something. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Did I send you guys the Bob the Builder yokai video?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It's
Love it.
It's freaking terrifying.
Amazing.
And I have no plans for these pallets, Neb, now that I have weathered them a little bit, other than to stack them and then use them for diorama type stuff.
Nice.
I
On that note, we've come to the final 4 minutes, gents. So I'm gonna give y'all the floor, as they say, to plug some more. Shill baby shill. So King, where can they find you next, or where can they find you throughout the week in all of your multi-gaming adventures?
Heel Turn Radio every other week, Wednesdays, where we talk sweaty man graps and lady graps and non-binary graps.
You're off this week, right? You're back next.
I think, yeah, because I was not on last week.
Oh, that's right. It was
Uncle Rob was on. It's been a rough couple seizure weeks. And then every other Monday is Down in Outlands. It's a 5e Planescape game where the players all play shitty little kids from different settings, all brought together under the watchful eye sometimes of Uncle Tiberius Tani, who is a giant tabaxi, or so they think. We see, I've got Star Wars. The second trilogy is done. It's, like I said, getting edited, and then it will also go on Known World United. Matt played Matt, what was your character's name in that game?
Chalu Kolb.
Chalu Kolb.
I'm going to reveal it on here because it would have ruined the immersion of the game. But I had gone to Taco Bell that day, so there's the Chalu. Just drop the end off a chalupa. And there was an H&R Block in the same strip mall. So I just reversed the block, and there you go, Chalu Kolb.
Nice.
Favorite Star Wars soldier.
It's a great name.
It's no stupider than anything Lucas came up with.
So it's like Stranger Things meets Jumanji.
Nice.
All right.
That's, and then every other Saturday night is Twitch Pro Joe, which is the Beard and I playing. That's over on Heel Turn. Playing.
We're on Heel Turn right now.
I don't even know where I am. I think I'm at home. I think I'm alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone else around. We play Fire Pro Wrestling World Promoter Mode. We try to be as interactive as possible with everybody in the chat to get feedback on what we're doing, as well as who we should be attempting to hire for our Twitch Pro promotion. So I think that's all. Like I said, I'm going to have a Marvel superheroes game coming up as well.
Excellent. Matthew, where can they find you next?
Hypno Hustlers _customs on Instagram. Also, at Hypno Hustlin' on Twitter. And then Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear in some form or another on pretty much any social media. Again, always cool stuff coming out. We just haven't updated in a while because we're still busy. So there's, every time we post, hey, here's this cool stuff we made, a bunch of people are like, make cool stuff for me. And we're like, oh, crap, we're busy. So once we start to slow down a little bit, definitely check that out because we will be sharing more of what we have made recently. Lots of cool stuff. So
Hail to the yeah. As always, I'm Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder. Tomorrow night, you can find me over on twitch.tv/Dave Wonder, youtube.com/Dave Wonder for Toys with the Boys, me, Robo, and Cincy, gripping and ripping cardboard all night long, doing some unboxing, toy talk, all that fun stuff. And then off Thursday, Friday, but this Saturday, the return of Turtle Talk with me, Dan the Man, and we will have a special guest, Speaky Geeky himself, Ethan. So he will be there. We will be talking all thing Toidles because I like Toidles. That'll be Saturday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. So tomorrow night, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, over on Twitch.tv/DaveWonder. Every Tuesday, you can find me right here on Heel Turn Radio, Twitch.tv/Heel Turn Radio, or Facebook /Heel Turn Radio. Across the board, Heel Turn Radio. Every Tuesday. Yeah. Bye. No, thank you, everybody in the chat. It's been
Thank
a ton
you so
of
much
fun.
for coming, everybody.
So
Always
Here's your purple alien.
it does. So
Purple alien.
maybe we can do some raids.
Oh damn!
It'll instead come.
I
to
have
the
no
crap.
idea what you're talking about.
Go to the turds.
It's just the turds.
I don't
Let's
like
not ever call the turtles that. No.
That's fair. On that note, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh no, look at the thumb. It's so angry.